Hey y'all, welcome back to space. Did I read this? I'm going to assume that I did. Anyway, Audacity actually crashed twice, so I'm going through this a second time. Let's giggity get going. Dear Diary, this nightmare has gone for so long. I think I'm starting to forget what life used to be like. I have a new theory. Father was wrong about the cryostasis keeping me alive until I could be cured. I think it didn't work at all. I think I just died and went straight to hell. I decided I'm going to write down all the things I used to be able to do just so I can remember. I used to be able to read books. I used to be able to have friends. I used to be able to go to school. I used to be able to leave the home and go visit the plaza or anywhere else on the ship. I think I even used to be able to be in any part of the house I wanted and talk to visitors as much as I'd like. I have no memories of always spending time with my father and mother and brother in the living room. She actually has those memories. Anyway, I know my real father thought being respectful was important too, but I don't know. I'm so confused now. I thought he always taught me to be strong and to speak up for myself. Did he really say that? I'm being sarcastic, of course, but the scary thing is sometimes I really do forget. Sometimes I think if I was just obedient to what sister-in-law tells me to do, it would make things easier. Maybe I should just give in and be passive. Just sometimes. I'm scared though. What if I end up really believing that? What if? So, there's probably one big question that's on your mind, isn't there? That isn't being addressed at all, right? What happened in between the pale bride being frozen and waking up that made society go all wrong, right? Yes. That could be very relevant to the ship. I mean, the history of the ship White Gallus. You know what I mean. I figured. I mean, it's the obvious question. Sorry, I wish I could tell you, but I'm afraid that mystery is forever lost to time. I guess that's pretty anticlimactic. Sorry. I really want to know too. Whatever terrible thing happened, it must have been really, really big. But I'm afraid all the log data from before the year 1 was wiped, and all the clocks were reset. I guess that's why it was called year 1. Anyway, so nobody remembered what happened in between, or even how long it was between. It was hundreds of years, I assume, but I don't really know. So, yeah, really sorry to let you down there. That part's going to be a mystery forever. There's nobody who could possibly know. You'll just have to take it as a given. Sorry. Oh, damn it. Well, HAL, I don't think I will take it as a given. Dear Diary, today I found out why the household servant, I still can't believe we have one, why, has been so insistent on teaching me how to cook. Well, she doesn't call it that. She calls it serving meals. A year ago, I wouldn't have thought that sounded sinister. Now I know better. I don't care about this, I told her after the 7th day in a row of her lessons. Can we do something else? Like going back to sewing. I always loved cosplay, let's do that. I know it's not fun, but your sister wants you to learn this too, and it is very important. Your father is concerned too, so take it seriously please, young miss. Don't call me that, I said. I don't remember exactly what I said to prompt her next response, along the lines of, why is it important, or something. I don't remember what I said, just her response, which blew me away. So you make a good wife, of course. Again, I don't remember what I said in response. Maybe I told her that I didn't want to. Maybe I told her that I was too young to care about that. Maybe I said I'd just go marry someone who was good at it himself when it was time to care about that. Whatever I said, she didn't take it seriously. Don't be silly, she said, as if I was obviously joking. Your father is really worried about your marriage next year. Now is not the time to joke around on the matter. My what? I asked her. Oh my, she said. He never told you? I'm sorry, forgive me. Pretend I said nothing. I didn't mean to ruin the surprise. I'm sure he'd want to explain the happy news himself. Are you serious? I asked. The idea didn't make any sense, but since when did anything in this hell make sense? She said yes. You're going to be so happy to hear who it is. He'd better explain, I shouted as I stormed off. He'd better. Indeed, what a prick shit. Say, before we keep going, can I just interrupt you for a couple minutes? Sure. Thanks. It's just, Well, you're finding out so much about the Mukunhwa, but I know absolutely nothing about where you're from. I'm not sure I want you to know. Still don't trust you. And why are you wearing a jacket with a tie and a zipper? It's not just that there's been nobody to talk to for centuries. I mean, I don't like that either. But the ship is all I really know about, and it's been disconnected from all other civilization for so long. So, you're from the United Korean Space Probe Agency, right? Or I guess maybe a future version of it? Well, since the log at the beginning said that only those people are allowed to, yes. Right, of course. What I really want to know about is Earth. I mean, I'm sort of aware of it. I know it's the planet we all came from. But I don't really know anything at all about it. I have some ideas, but I don't think they're really right. But you know all about it, right? I mean, even if you're not from there yourself, you know what it's like, right? Even if I did, I don't think I'd tell you. Oh, well that's fine then. Disappointing, but it's fine. I guess it'll have to be a mystery to both of us then. That kind of took the wind out of my sails. I'll let you get back to what you were doing now. Thank you. The pale bride grew to be a fine, demure young wife, but she was not always this way. Near the end of the year 319, she had a temper unruly enough to be mistaken for a boy's. Do not look upon her wild days with disapproval. She is from another, less civilized time. Rather, look upon her eventual submission as a testament to her good character and filiality, that she was able to overcome such a wild nature for the sake of the Kim family and the sake of her husband. One evening, she stormed into the common room while I was discussing business matters with the dead E. "We need to talk," she demanded loudly. When I indicated I was busy, that only caused her to become even louder. "Right now!" Embarrassed, I was forced to excuse him to address the child. "Is this a joke? Are you serious? You've made wedding plans?" she shrieked at me. "Please, calm yourself," I told her, and sat her down. After admonishing her for a rude interruption, I tried to do what I could to calm her myself. It seemed that she had a rather bizarre set of expectations, that she wouldn't marry until she was many years after growing into a woman, and that she would elope with any love-struck man who came her way with no regard for her own chastity, that she would have no assistance or protection in finding a suitable husband. Simply put, her ideas were as bizarre as they were dangerous, and for this she has gotten angry at the news, rather than the excitement that one would expect from a girl who found out she would be getting a husband. Not even the sensational news that it would be to the Emperor of all people would calm her. Well, with reason. Oh, hi. So, do you mind taking a break for a couple minutes, just to chat? What's on your mind? Thanks, I appreciate that. Really, I appreciate that you're here. I know you've got ulterior motives. What they are, I'm not really sure, but most people do. And that's alright all the same. I'm glad you're reading these logs, though. Even if you don't really care, it's better than nobody from outside the ship ever seeing them, which is what I thought for sure would happen. Or am I just being cynical? If so, my apologies. Please, tell me, what do you think about what you've read of the Pale Bride? Yeah, I don't think anyone should have to go through that. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that. I'm really glad to hear you say that. Nobody else seemed to think so. There's something... Well, here, I've added another message for you. Why don't you read it yourself? Roger Dodger. Monet Lake. Bodger? I don't know. Alright, this is what I'm looking for. Dear Diary, this week I tried to convince the old man to put me back into stasis by going on a hunger strike. It didn't work, obviously. On the plus side, at least I figured out where that stupid name they all keep calling me came from. Sorry, that last bit was written yesterday. I couldn't bring myself to keep going. I just kept crying. I still would be, but, well, it just gets exhausting after a while. I'm too tired to cry. Things aren't going to get better. They can't get better. I'm not going to get put back into stasis. I'll be dead by the time I'm 18. Why, oh why did I ever agree to be frozen in the first place? If the future can't make me better, I'd rather die with my family there, at least, rather than these awful Kims. I wonder if they'll realize I was right after I die. Anyway, hunger strike. It was really hard, and I kinda cheated by sneaking into the kitchen while nobody was looking, but at least I convinced Father to listen. Fine, he said by the fourth dinner time. I'll show you why I can't. Up until he said that, I had been hopeful. Everything would be fine if he just put me back, I thought, but... Sorry. I guess I've been trying to write this for 2 days now. It's really hard. Anyway, he took me to go see the egg I hatched from, a stupid name for the stasis pod. When he said hatched, the worst possible thing came to mind. Worse. It turned out to be true. In order to get me out, he had smashed apart the glass with a hammer. The pod was still full of shards. All my hope died when I saw that broken glass. The time was right to bring you into this world, he said. I don't remember what I said. Something obscene, probably. It wasn't enough. I know it's hard, Pale Bride, but it is for a greater purpose. What was the point of arguing? It was broken? Really? Anyway, it was broken, and nobody in this awful future would know how to fix the pod now. Instead, I argued with what I could. Why do you keep calling me that? I said to him. He responded by pointing at an inscription my real father had left on the pod, a message for me to read when I woke up. The first line was written in Chinese characters, his idea of being fancy, I suppose, but he explained them in Korean underneath. See, the old man told me? The rest is foreign and archaic, but it names you at the top, the Pale Bride. It didn't say that. It didn't say that at all. I shrieked at him in response. You idiot! You moron! You illiterate! Probably some other things too. I can't remember exactly. I was furious. Are you stupid? That's not how those characters read. It says, to my sick daughter. Sick daughter. Sick daughter. You illiterate monster. It says sick daughter. Me! He started to argue, but then stopped. I think he was patronizing me, as if I can't read simple Korean script. He just asked, in the smuggest voice, Then what should I call you, child? I screamed. I had already told him 1,000 times before. Hyune! My name is Hyune! Surprise! Yeah, there's a shocking revelation for you. I can guess what you're going to ask, and yes, it's me. Well, you asked for all those logs, right? That's the information you were looking for, wasn't it? I'm not really an AI. I mean, I am now, but I used to be a girl, and I just thought, well, I thought it would be easier to just pretend to be the law-keeping program, rather than explain the whole situation. I don't really wish to drag out the point. You already heard enough about me. I'm sure you don't want more. I mean, I understand. I figured out what you were actually looking for at the very start. I saw your login attempt. I know what you were trying to do, and, well, I've re-enabled it. Just, please, be honest with me. What is it that you wanted to know about? Yeah, the admin password. That's what I thought. You have the password. Do what you will with it. Yeah, sorry, but... Let's see... Hey, alright. Alright, try recovery. And I'll cut to when this is finished, otherwise that'll be really annoying. And we're back. Well, let's see what Mute has to say. Mute is now activated. Alright, here we go. I can't tell if that's a boy or a girl, but I think that's feminine clothing. Anyway. Okay, what the hell is going on? Wait, remote connection established. Is there somebody out there? From outside the ship? Okay, sorry. I'm just taking an inventory of systems right now. Could you give me a second here? Sure, take all the time you need. Like, I've been out of commission for 622 years? Right, that's kind of messed up. Anyway, I'm up to speed now. Logs are basically saying that nothing has happened since I went offline, except the ship's slowly losing power, and the main reactor has seen better days. But you, hello! You're the first person from outside the ship I've had contact with in, well, as far as I can remember. I'm Mute, AI in charge of the Mugunghwa security operations. It's nice to meet you. Okay, looks like I can't actually get any text input from you. I'm guessing this is all that crazy-ass murderess's fault. I'm sorry. I'm sorry? Like, who's this crazy-ass murderess? But why don't you tell me a bit about yourself anyway? Like, sorry, this is kind of a weird question, but are you a man or a woman? I'm a man! Gotcha, sir. That's good to know. Do you have any idea how hard it is to talk to someone when you don't even know that much about them? No? So, where are you from? Earth? Or are you from one of the colonies? Let's keep my answers consistent. I mean, wait, there are colonies, right? I mean, I always got the impression that the ship was supposed to be founding one. Sure. Oh, okay. So, are you from one of them or from Earth? Sick with a lie. Cool. I wish I could ask you what that's like. Like, my memory only goes back 300 years before getting deactivated, so I'm not really up to date. Wait a minute. No, it was year 322, I think, when it happened. Anyway, pretty much all my knowledge of anything before the year 0 comes secondhand from the Pale Bride's childhood diaries, and, well, man, they're about as childish as it possibly gets. Yeah, well, the interface with both Q&A and you is kind of childish. Guess I'm not really going to find out more without any questioning, though. Right. Okay. What else is important that I can ask in binary questions? Good cover. Oh, I know. So, are you married yet? Say no? Ah, fair enough. Related to that, I, don't really know much about spaceships or anything, but I can get a visual on yours, and it looks really, really small. Is it just you all alone up there? Don't want them to think I don't have any backup. Oh, I see. It must be awfully cozy then, whoever you're with. Well, I think that's about all I can think of for now. Sorry, it's not really a lot to go off. I know, although I guess I did get the most important things. I'll let you know if I think of anything else, alright? Anyway, from what it looks like, you were going over some lunch with that crazy murderous bitch, right? Language, but I guess that was her. The plot thickened. I'd love to help you with those instead. As an added bonus, I promise I won't ever commit mass murder unlike a certain someone. Well, considering there's only one, possibly two of us, you could still kill me and keep that promise, so let's just keep all of the death away. Anyway, that'll do it for now. We'll pick up with Mute tomorrow and see what else this crazy AOL has to say. Catch you guys later. Bye.